Well, depending on when you're actually clicked in to watch this, it's good morning, good afternoon or good evening, and this is part of our attempt to ensure that the key messages about the big decision you have to make, either from travelling from year 6 to year 7 or which sixth form to join, are supported in our virtual open evening. I'm not going to spend time going through all of the current situations that we face, but you'll understand that unfortunately we are not able to invite you up to TDA to experience firsthand who we are, to help you make what I would suggest is one of the most important decisions. As we go through this presentation, it's important, I think, to give you the key messages that as parents you will want to hear. During my time here at TDA, I'm very proud of the fact that year on year our results at GCSE and at A-level have continued to improve. That's been covered in local press and also in our most recent Ofsted visit, where we were again graded as being strong and good. As we progress and go through, it is about what TDA blends together to make as its greatness and its success. In this image, I've used the example of a mixing bowl. Now, this is a very expensive mixing bowl. It's a high quality one, a bit like the buildings that we have here at TDA. But buildings are nothing on their own. If you think about the concept of making the tastiest cake, it is important that you get the ingredients right, that you blend them together in that mixing bowl. And here, on this slide, I'm a firm believer of the partnerships that must exist between teachers, students and parents. Teachers can't do it on their own. I have very high expectations of all of our teachers to do their very best, but students must match that energy, that drive, that determination, and so that they are ready to learn. Yes, that means being prepared for lessons, ensuring home learning activities are completed, but approaching their studies with a positive mindset. And equally, parents, I value greatly your support, your trust in us, and blending that all together, we will achieve those results. Sometimes I use many examples in our assemblies, and I talk with our students about trusting in the drivers. The drivers are the people who are there to help and support them. That can be me as the driver of TDA, it could be their head of year, it could be their teacher in English. All of these examples show, though, that the drivers must ensure that the students buy a ticket, that they are on the bus, because together the journey ahead needs them to do all they can to be great. And great is a wonderful word. It can be broken down into what we will ask of your sons and daughters in the hopeful decision that you send them to TDA, because we need them to get along with one another and to support each other. Students can't do it on their own. It is about working together, supporting each other. Our current focus on our character values that I'll come on to later is compassion, because together we're stronger, and at times we all need each other's support. Students must be resilient. They must have a positive mindset. There's nothing worse than just saying, I can't do it. We need your sons and daughters to join us at TDA so as to thrive, because out there in what I would call the real world, it demands that resilience. That happens because of the can-do attitude, the effort that we ask of our students, and of course attendance matters. Sending your son or daughter to TDA is a statement that you too understand the importance of attendance. We are very proud of having one of the highest attendance figures in Peterborough and in the country. We know it is important your sons and daughters are here every day. And trust. I need you to trust in the school, the drivers. We have a great track record of success, and together we can achieve that. In this strange graph, if I just try to explain it, you can see on one axis that there is greatness, and on the other axis there is from year 7 all the way through to year 13, because the vast majority of our students make the positive choice to stay with us into our sixth form. Wouldn't it be lovely if, as on the graph, the line is just the constant thick black line, where every day turns out to be okay and we just make a little bit more progress and everything's fine and we all get on with our friends and the teachers and we do all our homework. But actually the reality, as the bus shows, is that sometimes life is fantastic. It's really brilliant and you're riding high, but then equally sometimes it can be a challenge. It can be hard. And again, without dwelling on our current situation nationally, We know, and I appreciate, that some people watching this mini video now have had challenges, have had hard times. And that's when the pure strength of TDA comes through. Because of our compassion and because of our belief of supporting each other, we get through the hard times. And maybe with a few more years on our shoulders, we know that life is a roller coaster, and actually together we can still achieve that greatness. Let me give you a little opportunity to be a participant in this. If I ask you the question, all I want for my son and daughter when they go to TDA is that they are, if you finished it off with the word happy, then you're in line with our most recent survey. In response to that question, my child is happy at TDA, when Ofsted came in, over 91% agreed or strongly agreed. I was very proud of that statistic. And equally, I feel it's important that children feel safe. And in response to that question, over 92% of students agreed or strongly agreed that they feel safe at TDA. Our whole mission, our core purpose, is outlined on this slide. It is to ensure that each student acquires necessary knowledge, skills and character to make a positive contribution to society and thrive. That's what we achieve working together. But please be clear that the only way we can achieve that at TDA is in partnership, but by all following our clear and very high expectations. The TDA classroom is a guide of what students must do as partners in learning, making sure that all the basics are right, uniform, equipment, being on time, making sure that we follow the rules and expectations. Achieving that means, as you can see here, that we're able then, as students develop, to work in partnership to develop those skills, the role model opportunities that they have here at TDA. And of course, even in this image, you can see the students are smiling and happy as part of their Duke of Edinburgh Award, even though they've just done 17 miles up and down some hills. It is underpinned by our character pillars of what we call the TDA way. It's what makes us who we are. It's how we do things round here. Our focus on curiosity, commitment, courage, compassion, confidence and courtesy make us who we are. Now that's just a summary of what we do, working in partnership with parents and our students to ensure we make our core purpose a lived reality. I hope that's helped give you a little flavour of who we are, and as you'll be aware, on our website and other follow-up details, you'll be able to find out more about TDA. Thank you for watching. I think what makes TDA the TDA way is the blend between the importance of knowledge and character. We're very clear of the importance of the examinations and the certificates because, to be honest, that's what students will put on their CV and that will get them into the interview. But it's the blend that we have with the importance of our character values, because I'm quite clear that it's at interview your true character shines and that's what gets you the job. So at TDA, it's through that journey of making sure we blend knowledge and character.
Since starting the Thomas Deacon Academy in Year 7, I have always felt that has a perfect environment for learning. I always strive to do my best, and I know that as long as I try my hardest and have good intentions, my teachers will always support me. There is a diverse range of opportunities in the academy, ranging from sports to clubs and being in the classroom.
I'm very fortunate here at TDA with our buildings. Buildings aren't everything, but buildings really help, because here at TDA we have some of the best facilities across the country. Our sporting facilities is a really good example. One of the big benefits of being part of a wider trust is the support that offers, be it through aspects of the functions of the organisation, but importantly, how can we ensure we get the maximum amount of resources into TDA, and that is achieved through working as part of a trust.
TDA is great. There's a real emphasis on students, living our values of curiosity, commitment, courage, compassion, confidence and courtesy. Seeing my tutor every day is great. Any worries or concerns are sorted. First, the combined cadet force play a large role in the academy. Cadets attend school in their military uniforms and are centre stage in Remembrance Day commemorations. Students can showcase their talents in the Battle of the Bands competition or their annual academy production. Be prepared to audition if you like to sing or act.
Our job is to ensure that students are empowered, that when they leave us, that they've got clear guidance of a pathway that helps them fulfil the roles that they want, and they have the power of choice.
What time does the school day start?
Lots of students get to school for around about 8:30 in the morning. The official start time is 8:45, but don't leave it till 8:45 because you run the risk of being late. That's why most students get there about 5 or so minutes beforehand so that you can get into your tutor time.
Who can I go to for help?
It's really important that you know that you're surrounded by a web of people who are there to help and support you. Currently within our year group system, the day starts with your tutor and he or she is going to be your first port of call. That is for students but equally for parents. That's the first person to contact if you've got any questions or queries. But then importantly there is a deputy head of year and also a head of year, and they are there to give another layer of support to answer any of those questions that you might naturally have.
Can I choose a friend to be in my tutor group?
Particularly if you're looking at coming from year 6 to year 7, I do understand how important your current friendship groups are, and we respect that. And so the answer to your question is yes, you can put down the name of a current friend who you might want to be in a tutor group with. But I do ask you to trust me a little bit here. Coming up to TDA is about making new friendships, and it does happen every single year. You're amazed at how many new wonderful friendships you make at the beginning of year 7 that you keep all the way through, right up until the end of year 13.
How much homework will I get?
Homework is a little bit of an old phrase for us here, which we actually look at how home learning allows you to be ready for lessons. So it is important that you as students match your teachers' enthusiasm and their hard work so that you're ready for the lessons. Usual activities could be some online learning, could be preparation, but importantly, we will help you through a normal week to look at what homework you might have each evening, so as to ensure it's doable, but that it is allowing you to make the progress that we want for you.
How do detentions work?
Detentions. It's a negative word, isn't it? We want to ensure working together with all of our students that we don't have detentions. What we have at TDA is a system that we call care and consolidation. Now for some students, if there's something gone wrong in the day, then we will ask them to stay after school and we work with them and their parents. But equally after school, it allows you the wonderful opportunities that we have to offer, be that from the combined cadets force, right through to some extra work with a STEM group, or just staying and doing some of your home learning. So it's a period of time that if we need to, we will work with our students.
What subjects will I study?
Great question again. One of the real advantages at TDA, because of the size of TDA, is that our curriculum is so broad. For you, if you're starting in year 7, yes, there's a focus on many of the traditional subjects that you've had, such as your English, your maths, your science, but a really important thing is the creative aspect of our curriculum. So you will have opportunities to get involved in many of those creative subjects, be it to develop your appreciation of food technology, through to some traditional aspects of woodwork, metalwork, right through to, importantly, physical education. But as you move through the years, it's important that you know you start to have more ownership of the subjects. And if you've got brothers or sisters in year 9, you'll know that they start to make those option choices. And that's great, because that's when you can decide to focus in on subjects that you really enjoy and that maybe are going to help you in the career that you end up doing. And that's something to really look forward to, as I say, going through year 9.
What after-school clubs are available? Are they expensive?
One of the key reasons that I applied to be head teacher here is because of the extracurricular activities. Again, a school of this size is fortunate because it's able to offer such a wide range of additional opportunities for you. And so I strongly suggest that when you join us at TDA, you take time to look at the variety that's there, because there's something there for you. If you're sporty, then there are the traditional sports, be it football, be it rugby, be it hockey, and other key sports, such as badminton is a key sport here. But equally, if you're someone who's more into dance and drama, we're really proud about our once a year big productions that we do, and I was so proud to be part of the crowd when we did our most recent one, which was Oliver. Equally though, within something like Oliver, if you don't feel confident enough to be on the stage, you can be part of the technical crew. We have other opportunities to be part of Student Voice. We have international opportunities through part of our work with partner schools. So again, there is always something there for you. So please do ensure you get involved in those. Most of these activities are free. They are part of what makes us TDA.
What happens if I get lost in school?
I remember my first week here very clearly because I was the person who was getting constantly lost. However, what's good about TDA as a building is that we're all under one roof. And so if you're on the ground floor, you'll end up going in a complete circle. So don't worry, you won't be lost for too long. However, that said, every time you get to a key point in the building, there's always an information place. Always a head of year office and or a member of staff won't mind being approached at all with your timetable that just says, can you tell me where this room is? And quite often, our students who've been here a few years remember their first few weeks and they'll help and ensure you get to your right place.
What support is available to children with special needs?
Something we're very proud of is ensuring that we meet all of our students' needs. Your question is a really important question. Students with special educational needs are supported by a specialist team here at TDA. From the leadership and all of the team within the Special Educational Needs Department, they're there to work in partnership with the students and importantly the families. That trust and that working together with families is how we ensure we do all we can to meet students' needs if they have special educational needs. Again, more detail about that can be provided to parents and to students in follow-up consultations.
How much does the school lunch cost?
Equally a good question. At lunch, they do a fantastic lunch offer for £2.35, and that's your hot meal and a dessert and a drink. And that's a really good way to ensure you get the best value. But again, if you just want to grab a sandwich, there's varying prices that go through. On our website and each day to students, you'll be able to access the menus and you can look at the different prices that are there.